not beat about the bush, a sliding doors moment. Do you think the problems from the first half of the season last year actually helped him win the UK and the Worlds? Anybody?
If I was to pick anyone from 50 or 60-0 down, or say in a match 12-10 down first to 13, John would be the man I would pick to come back and win. I think he's the best competitor that we've seen in snooker for years.
But the specific fact that all of a sudden he could concentrate solely on snooker and he had to throw himself into it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's gone through a difficult time off the table, and like Stephen said, he shows what a class act he is. Obviously, to go through all that and come back a strong player and still carry on and win tournaments. In my eyes, he's probably one of the greatest to ever play the game. I was fortunate enough to get to the World Final a couple of years ago and play John. And at some stage I thought I had him. I mean, I'd come back at him and he looked as though he was gone at one stage, and all of a sudden he just seemed to flick a switch, and the next minute, I mean, you'd think there was nothing wrong with him. He went on and reeled 4 or 5 frames off, which I think there's only a few players out there what could probably do that.
He does seem to be able to soak a lot up on the ropes, doesn't he, and then come back for more.
Yeah, I think the perfect example is the World Championships, just the season just gone. You know, Ronnie was well in front against him in the quarters, and then he just dug his way in and just fought back and won the match. The same thing happened in the semi-finals against Williams, and in the final against Judd Trump. I mean, you know, how John Higgins was anywhere near him going into the final session is just absolutely incredible, and that's why I feel he's the best player I've seen, like in terms of an all-round game and consistency of being able to win not only when he's playing at his best, but also, you know, you could arguably say that in the possibly from the quarters onwards in the World Championship, he's probably playing with his B game, really.
Match play-wise, you know, unquestionably one of the top players, but something that then gets sort of left behind is pure ability, natural talent, and positional play.
Scoring ability. No, I mean, nobody scores heavier than John. I mean, he just, every time he gets in, he just makes break after break. And again, having practiced with him, you know when he puts the first red, that's it. Basically, you just wait until set the balls up for the next frame. His scoring sometimes in matches is so heavy and fierce that just, you know, batters players into submission.
Do you think he's going to be the first player in the modern day game to win the World Championship over the age of 40?
I think he's got a great chance. I think it's because of his game. You know, he sort of accepts when he's not playing well in a match, and he thinks, all right, I'm going to have to really graft this out. You know, I mean, he's won the World Championship. You know, was it 3 different decades now, which is just absolutely amazing in the modern era. And you know, 4 world titles. You know, and he still doesn't look like going away either. So you know, I think that if he keeps carrying on, there's definitely a couple more left in him.